I think we should early on bring up Spencer Crittenden because he's.
Oh yeah.
Super Adventure Brothers. Super Adventure Brothers. Super Adventure Brothers. Super Adventure Brothers.
Got adventure. Okay, I'm sorry. So that Human Centipede movie, they don't have any human centipedes that are like a full circuit, do they?
No, they never.
See, that's the third fucking movie, right? First, human centipede, then giant human centipede, then fucking human centipede that's rolling all over Manhattan.
Connect it, yeah.
Yeah, it's efficient. You can move in a circle. You just have to ab exercises. You'll be rolling up and down the city, no crawling around. It's all communication. That's what I'd do if I had a human centipede.
But I told you guys this.
I'd name it Perry.
I feel like did I talk about Human Centipede already? Yes.
Yeah.
On the last.
No, just today, just earlier.
Oh no,
today.
Tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that fucked up.
Whoa, Dan.
I meant a week ago. That scared the shit out of me. I was like, I did, didn't I? No, but I was just like, so I didn't tell you guys, like, when so Eric Roberts plays the governor in the third one. Eric Roberts, which makes him either the most interesting actor in the world or obviously in a lot of tax problems. And he comes at the, I don't want to spoil anything, but
I think it's fine.
But it turns out a bunch of people get sewn ass to mouth in a chain. And Eric Roberts comes into the prison, and he's the governor, and he wants to know what they've done to solve their problems. And the guy shows him, and he makes this speech, the doctor, and the warden says, and he goes, yes, feed. And then I wrote this monologue down. And he goes, and so Eric Roberts, since he's gotten to the prison, has not said a word at all.
Okay.
He's just walked in, and it's just Eric Roberts walking and watching as this guy gives him a tour of 500 people sewn ass to mouth. And
how are those stored exactly? Is it like zigzag back and forth?
Yeah, it's a Photoshop of guys. Yeah.
And so they're like looking through a window or something.
Yeah, it's like a noodle of guys. Yeah.
Okay.
In a prison yard. It's clearly photoshopped and it's lame. So he walks along the chain of them and he goes, yes, feed. A Jew behind a Muslim. A Muslim behind a Jew. A Republican behind a Mexican.
Whoa! Arizona.
A Crip behind a Blood. He never counters the Mexican Republican like peace on earth, goodwill to men. And then Eric Roberts says his first line, which is, oh, this is too much. This is too much, says Governor Eric Roberts.
This really is the living end.
This is too much. Anyways, I thought it was a charming film.
So I'm surprised that you curled up in bed and watched Human Centipede 3.
Erin was out of town, and I don't know. I like watching horror movies when she's out of town, and I've always wondered if you could eat diarrhea, and if you did, could you poop it into another person's mouth, and if that person could poop it into another person's mouth, and if that could happen for 497 other people, and what would happen to the 497th person.
Oh, so what happens in the movie? Like, what happens
They
to
don't
those
address
500?
it. They don't address the one thing that you're wondering about, which is, could this actually happen?
No, I'm not wondering that. Well, he shows the 500-man centipede, and then where does he go from there? They try to escape, or what?
No.
So, yeah, so he goes home and makes toast, or what happens?
The protagonist is the prison warden.
Yeah, so what does he do from then on? Or is that the end?
That's Eric Roberts looks at it. Are you guys cool with me spoiling the movie?
It's Human Centipede.
Eric Roberts looks at it and goes, "This is too much." And then he says something like, "God damn." And then he leaves.
And that's...
The prison warden like shoots the doctor that helped him do it. Eric Roberts comes back and goes, "You know what? This is the best."
So it's like a Twilight Zone moment with the broken glasses?
It's like an O. Henry novel, but with no stakes. Yeah. Like, because the guy's like, because Eric Roberts doesn't come back and go, "You know what? This is the best." What? You shot the doctor? It doesn't.
Are they trying to rehabilitate the prisoners in any way? Like,
yes.
Does number 118 eat enough poop and go, I'm ready to go straight?
Oh, there's another part to it, which is that there's what do you do with the death row people and the life sentence people? And he made a human, what does he call it? Human caterpillar, which means he cuts off their arms and legs. So there's just like, that's just an extra thing. And I'm going to shock you guys and tell you it's worth watching this movie. Because I think they're in labs right now smashing particles together because they want to know what happens when you do something terrible. And we learn about how the universe works because you smash two atoms together, it goes, and they go like, "Oh, what's that? It's a quark. It's a sub-boson." What are you going to watch Robert Zemeckis movies your whole life? You're not going to learn what life is. You watch Human Centipede, I think you gain some insight into, like, I don't know. It's not a popular opinion, but I think it's an important film.
Is it a closed circuit? Like,
the movie? No, it's on Netflix and, I don't know, Jeff.
No, I mean, didn't you say earlier that there was a ring of people all going in a thing?
No, yeah, there's a final guy and he poops, but they never show that part.
There's a front guy that eats.
They never show that part. They don't show, is that guy's poop extra poopy?
There's no way.
Probably just water.
There's no way, no matter how much you fed the first prisoner, that it's going to make that food will make it to the 500th guy.
I'm saying the same thing you're saying, yeah. And I feel like the movie is like, I actually felt in the third one, I felt like you could feel like the director's heart wasn't in it. Like he was just doing it for the fans. It was season 6 Community, kind of like. I'm sorry.
It's funny because it's true.
They loved it.
No,
I guess.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Did you feel like I sewed the ass of Community to its own mouth enough? Until the show was eating poop, and you could let it go.